EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Cleveland Browns Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They will start this drive with Ford. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. The Browns at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
It's complete. Vereen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great...
And that's going to be caught for Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Get set.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now it's Burrow. Incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hey, check that. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Let's go now. Hurt. Panther Street.
They'll look to throw. Completes it to Vereen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Go, Reed. Go.
In motion, the tight end. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Ready. Green Lion. Check. Hurt. Check, go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sends his guys up an excellent...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here we go.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
11-90.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's is taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice throw there by the 4th-round pick, and he earns his guys a first down. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They run with Ford. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Mustang 19.
2nd and 11. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, Bobcat. Hurt.
They'll look to throw here. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hopkins on for a field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Head the street. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Come on. Go, Jack. Hey, Smith.
In motion comes the tight end left. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go, Reed, go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Doolin, the man in motion.
Check go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, 34 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Here we go. Lion. Check, hurt. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's out right at the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Here's Burrow. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He may go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Zach Moss in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals 14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hurt, hurt.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Ford. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Man the street, man the street. Hurt, hurt. Right there, hurt.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And he gets it down to the 32. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the ground, it's Ford. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
19 tight. Hey, smash Bronco. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go, here we go.
Slot man moves right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll run the screen with Moss. Still going. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Zach Moss with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Check smash. Go, Reed, go.
2nd and 9 now. And his throw is incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. That is caught. Sheds off the tackle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important, because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
Throw left side complete. That's Ford. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Check Bobcat. Hurt.
2nd and 6. And this one complete to Doolin. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Another Cleveland Browns. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the jump.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Check go.
This is Ford. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Go trap. Go.
2nd and 2. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford from 4 yards out. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was... Now Moss hit, and the football pops free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Vereen, toss play. 10 more there and another first down. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked on with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This pass complete to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll swing this out to Moss. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Go!
They'll run on first down. Ford. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, they turn to 4th. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
Here we go, here we go.
And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Yoshivas. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Browns, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.